Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and I'm here to talk about Game 31 of the regular season. Astros win it 7-4 over the Yankees in the Bronx. What a game this was. Man, oh man, oh man. This was just a really exciting game. Probably the most exciting game for the Astros that they've played in this season. A back-and-forth slugfest with a lot of excitement. Getting right into it, it's Lance McCullers Jr., our ace on the mound, versus Gerrit Cole and the Yankees ace on the mound. And this is just a fantastic game. So early on, third inning, Giancarlo Stanton would homer, his 9th of the year, just demolishing the Astros this series to make it a 1-0 Yankees lead. However, the top of the next inning for the Astros, Yordan Alvarez would get it back, homering to right to make it a 1-1 game off of Gerrit Cole. Then in the bottom of the fourth, Clint Frazier would hit a 2-run shot, scoring him and Aaron Hicks to make it a 3-1 game, which wasn't great. And for a while, that was it. I thought McCullers had a pretty darn good day against a very good Yankees team in the Bronx with every reason to want to win right now. So I thought he pitched fairly well, only giving up the 3 runs. Then in the 7th, Yordan would get another run back for us to make it a 1-run game, homering off of Gerrit Cole again, his second off of Cole today, to make it a 3-2 game. Then the 8th happened. Oh boy, the 8th inning. How we can just get into this, so exciting. Kyle Tucker would draw a walk. Then Aledmys Diaz would single. Martin Maldonado would strike out swinging, which he would actually contribute a little bit later on. And then the birthday boy, Jose Altuve, steps up to the plate, who has been booed all series. For some reason, they haven't been booing the rest of the Astros. They have chosen Altuve, who has been very well documented to have not cheated during that scandal. Really the only one who didn't. So for some reason, I think it's because he's the face of the franchise, he's been singled out this series. He steps up, and with the loud chant of cheater, Altuve delivers on a ball high up, a little bit out of the zone. Where have we seen him homering to left center on a ball there before? To make it a 5-3 Astros lead. Altuve with an absolute home. Just beautiful. It was on his birthday nonetheless. That was just, that was a highlight and a half, man. That was exciting. And Altuve, I give him a ton of credit. He could have showboated all the way around. He got a bat flip to the moon and back, and really just done some curtain calls. But Altuve is not about that. He happily took his home run, gave us the lead, and went to the dugout. After that, the bottom of the 8th happened. Now, this was a horrific play by Martin Maldonado. There's no way to put it. This was just bad. It was a single by Aaron Hicks. Torres heads to third, and then Martin Maldonado, who's very slow on account that he's a big catcher, leaves home plate. This was a mistake. I don't know how this type of error happens, but it happened. It was a mental error, and a run would score to make it a 5-4 game. And I'm like, please no, don't do this now, Astros. And this was the only run Ryan Pressly gave up, and I know it was an earned run, but man, oh man, it does not feel like it should have been. Then after that, in the 9th inning, the Astros would come up. It would be Martin Maldonado coming up. After a Kyle Tucker walk, he walked a few times today. And Martin Maldonado with a big monster home run to make it a 7-4 game, giving the Astros a 3-run lead. And that would be all they would need, because Ryan Pressly would shut the Yankees down in the bottom of the 9th, and the Astros would escape, not with the series win, but at the bare minimum, they would get a win in the series, which, given the circumstances, is all I could have wanted. And I will say this, a lot of Yankees fans I saw after the game have already been saying this was a failed series because it was sweep or bust, which, come on, really? I think that is a way overreaction for Yankees fans to say that the series was a failure because they didn't sweep. I just think that's kind of ridiculous. So, pitching lines for the Houston Astros. Lance McCullers Jr., 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts, but after the first inning, he would only give up 1 walk, which is relevant. And all of the runs were on home runs. He gave up 2 of them. Andre Scrubb came in, and he actually had a pretty nice day. 1 inning of work, no runs, no hits, no walks, and a strikeout, so that was nice to see him, actually pitch like he was capable of last year. And Ryan Pressly would come in for a 2-run save, giving up 3 hits and a run. Again, it probably shouldn't have been an earned run, but, mental errors aren't counted as errors, and a pair of strikeouts to get the win. So, final thoughts. This wasn't as good as the last start for Lance McCullers, but I thought this was pretty solid. 6 innings against a very, very good Yankee squad with 8 strikeouts is not half bad for me. I will happily take that every day of the week. Like, that was pretty... It wasn't, an insane game for Lance, but I thought he did very well. And for hitting, there's so many. Yordan Alvarez with 2 big home runs that kept the Astros in it. That was great, both off of Garrett Cole. He had 3 hits today, actually. That's fantastic. That raises his batting average up to 337. And really quickly, before I get into the next player, I'm going to try to get his current on base. But again, he's starting to get better, which is a very big positive. His on base for the season is now at 403. That's good. If you're at 400 or better, you're an elite hitter. I will happily take that. Altuve is another one that you got to talk about. The birthday boy himself. A big 3-run home run. He also had another single in the game. No strikeouts, which, that's nice. But man, oh man, Altuve with one of the biggest home runs of the season for the Astros. And Todd Callis said it perfectly. You got to imagine that one it feels as good as any home run he's ever hit in his career. Like, this felt real good for Jose Altuve hitting it there. And Martin Maldonado would also have a 2-run home run, but it sort of feels like a 1-run home run because one of the runs that they would end up, scoring was kind of on a massive mental error, but I'll still take it. He wasn't bad today. He only struck out once, and he had 2 hits, so that's a positive. Or 3 hits. I think this is the first multi-hit game he's had this season, which is kind of horrifying, but at least better late than never, right? So there's a lot of positives for today. The offense was better than yesterday. I thought the pitching was better than yesterday. The defense, aside from the Martin Maldonado mental error, was better than yesterday. And that's the thing. Like, I was complaining a lot yesterday. Baseball is a game that you play just so many games of. You're going to look different day to day, but that was a bad little stretch we were having, and so I felt it necessary to talk about. Today, great game for the Astros. Pick up a win in this road trip. Really steal one by all rights. And they get back 1 game over 500. Please, Astros, stop straddling this line like we did all of last year and just play good baseball. That's all I'm asking. Tomorrow night at 8:10, we will start a series against the Toronto Blue Jays in Minute Maid Park. Why couldn't I think of it there? Man, oh man, that was horrifying. My brain just completely stopped. Jose Urquidy will be on the mound for Game 1. Javier will be on the mound for Game 2 Saturday, and Greinke will be on the mound Sunday to finish off the series. And that is all I have to say today, so thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Stros.